Everyone, this is Jessica, live, definitely early in the morning because I can't sleep. So currently I'm enjoying the live stream on Spartan Elite 43's channel. Right now he's doing MLB The Show as well, so please check out his video. He also does other videos as World of Warship Legends. I just like giving him shout outs because he's definitely helped me and my channel and kind of helped me get better. But one of the things I noticed that um, playing sports games is very competitive, and sometimes you kind of give up. It's whatever. It's difficult, especially baseball. Um, I think some of the creators of MLB The Show, they incorporated how difficult it truly is to hit a pitch. Because not everyone, if everyone could do it, everyone would be playing baseball. So I want to go through how to progress your character, how to set up settings, how to kind of go that way. So this is my creative picture. She is female because I'm female. So first thing you want to look at is settings, and if you're in gameplay. So you can do this at the beginning of your character. You can do it at the end of the character. You can do it and actually do it in the middle of games with settings, things like that if you pause it. So there's different gameplay style. You have simulation, casual, competitive. Those are the three. Casual is if you're just trying to play a fun game, you don't care. Um, Simulation is kind of in the middle, it provides an authentic MLB experience. And competitive is it's the most challenging, but it gives you a lot of perks. I think you progress faster. I've never really done it, but if you look in Diamond Dynasty on online play, that it's automatically set to competitive because you're playing against other people. I play simulation. Now you have hitting difficulty, and so you have beginner, dynamic, amateur, minors, rookie, veteran, all-star, Hall of Fame, legend. Beginner is for those. It pretty much if you're hitting beginner, all the balls are going to be down the plate, middle of the plate. Beginner isn't that bad, especially if you're starting your character. Your stats are going to be extremely low. So doing this on beginner will help you increase your stats, and then once you get to the point where you're just kind of crushing the ball every 10 seconds, it's time to maybe increase. Dynamic is if you want to set up and it'll scale the difficulty as you do well. If you start hitting poorly or pitching poorly, it'll start scaling back until you kind of find where you're at right now. So this is a good one to start with too, just to kind of see how you are. It'll start at the beginner and move its way up. So I pitch at minors to rookie level because of my stats on my character. I'm crushing balls every 10 seconds. Dynamic says I'm between minor and rookie, mostly heading towards rookie. And I'm kind of rookie to veteran. I'm kind of rookie plus veteran, so I'm kind of here actually. So I leave it at minors right now for hitting difficulty. Right now I have beginner because of how my pitch control is. Now they still can get hits off me, they can still get runs, but it's less likely. I have done dynamic, I have done amateur, I have done minors. Dynamic isn't too bad, but right now I'm leaving my pitching at difficulty of beginner because I'm trying to level up my character. So this is the most important. These are the how you set up your play style. Any of these other things you don't really need to mess with. Not really. Here's some decisions if you wanted to auto field or auto throw the ball for your character. I rather just do it myself. This is one where if you've watched baseball games, you'll have umpires like Angel Hernandez and other pitchers that kind of lenient on where they call balls and strikes. So you can have that as personalized. So the personality. So you don't know what umpire you're going to get. They may call a ball that's actually a strike. They may call a strike that's actually a ball. This is average, where it's not going to be as often. And perfect, they're going to go the exact dimension. So you may still clip part of the line of the box, the batting line, but unless I believe it's over halfway in the strike zone, it will not be called. So you can clip it and be like a third clipping it, it'll still call it a ball. So this is one thing I've noticed on Spartan's channel. Like I know it was kind of getting frustrated, but I definitely wanted to put this in a tutorial for not just for him, but for others. This is a pitch clock. It doesn't show you the actual pitch clock, but there's actually 18 seconds for you to start pitching. 15 seconds with no players on the base and 18 when there are players on base. The pitch clock will not show up until you're about 5 seconds away. Once you start your pitching motion, then you'll be okay. Umpire close plays, I have it as average, so they occasionally make realistic and make mistakes. So for example, you are trying to throw out a base runner and clearly looks like to you that the runner was thrown out. The umpire may make a different call, average. Perfect is they're always going to get it correct. They're always going to be right. So it's either average or perfect. I leave on average because, why not? I also have it on umpire actually at perfect because I've had times where I've literally thrown down, my entire ball is in the strike zone and it's been called a ball. So you could also get the benefit of it being outside the zone, but it just depends. But perfect is just fine. This is other miscellaneous stuff you can kind of go through, but definitely looking at umpire accuracy to make sure if you want your balls and strikes to be balls and strikes, perfect will give you that. And then back to if you want your fielding to auto field, then turn it on. So it even tells you right here, CPU handles all fielding duty. CPU moves fielder a few steps towards the ball from there, controller inputs. So this is part of that. And this would also, and if you look at if you say in online play and while player locked, the settings automatically set to off. So this means this is only going to really affect if you are playing with not your own character. So don't think, oh, if I turn this on, my character is automatically going to do it. No, it won't. Not based on this. You can always try and error, just trial and error to see if it works. But reading how it looks like, you'll still have to field the ball. So there you have it. You have difficulties and how to set in here. Dynamic, like I said, dynamic will gauge where you are. Use dynamic when you first start to kind of gauge where you're at, and then go maybe one level below it. So like I know I'm rookie probably, but I'm right at minors, but I'm starting to hit very well at minors, so I'm probably going to bump up to rookie. And then difficulty, you want umpire accuracy, you want perfect. Now, another thing I've seen that's frustrated people is how do I progress my player? So I'm playing with a two-way player, a starting pitcher, and a batter. So similar to Shohei Ohtani and Babe Ruth. Those are the only other two that have been able to do it at a consistent level. Babe Ruth has a pitcher and a batter, obviously, and then Shohei Ohtani, who is a nowadays pitcher who does it as well, who's done very well. So if you look here, when you first select your type of pitcher, you're going to select, okay, do you want to be a pitcher? Do you want to be a relief pitcher? Do you just want to be a batter? Do you want to be a first baseman, catcher, shortstop, whatever? So in this case, I chose starting pitcher, and I chose first base. So once that happens, you get a skill set. So in my case, it's called Harada. Don't know what the hell that means. It's just the name of it. So if you look here, look at the different overall levels. So right now, this is painting slugger at overall level 71. If you look to the one on the right, it says Harada at 85 overall, and then you can see how much the stats are changed. So instead of a 71 control, I have an 80 control that I'm using. Instead of a 72 home run, I have an 81 home run. So if you look, and also it tells you how many perk slots are unlocked. If you look, there's only 2 perk slots for this one for painting slugger level 71. There's 3 at 75 overall, there's 4 at 81, and there's 85, and also tells me that's currently the one that is equipped. So this is how you progress through the game. So you're going to start off lower. You're probably going to, I think the first one is not painting slugger. I think there's one before this. I could be wrong, like level 65-ish overall. It could be 71, I don't know. I believe it's 65 overall because you start kind of in the 60s. But that also could depend on how well you do in the show, like when you start your character, you have 3 show games, and then you get drafted, and that kind of determines how you did and how you did batting, how you did, things like that, how well you start off. And in my case, I think I started around a 70 because even though I haven't played a baseball game in a very long time, it It's not hard to pick up. So this is how you progress. Now, how do you progress this? You start here. How do I get to here, to here, to here? Well, I'm going to show you. If you look, see task and rewards, there's this. If you look, I've earned 53. This is on my way to diamond. If you look at it, I have to get 200 of these to earn diamond painting slugger. These are the missions. 9 innings pitched. It says repeatable. So every 9 innings I get 3 little rewards. Every 16 strikeouts, I get 3 rewards. Every 30 plate appearances, I get 3 rewards. 35, 15 hits. And some of these are, if you look at them, some are repeatable, some are not. Like this is complete, this is complete, this is repeatable. So this is how you get those little rewards. So it does take time, especially I believe diamond painting will get me into the 90s. So because right now I'm at 85, I believe. Yeah, 85 right now. So that is how you progress. So how you find that after each game is if you go to your game on your calendar, once you finish a game, it'll say, hey, this is what you progressed at. You regressed on your stats, yada, yada. If you press the either R1 or whatever tab it is on, like R1, I think it's still R1 on Xbox controllers, you'll tab over and it'll say where it says progress. And I'm going to do a quick game to show you in a minute where that is. But anyway, this is the skill set. So mine is a starting pitcher, so what it tells you it means I dot corners, swing for the fences, heavily focused on control and power. Control is for my pitching, how well I can keep the ball in the zone or where I want it to hit. Power is for my batting. So if you look at this is how my stats are thing. But like I said, if you ever want to know, hey, how much more do I get to the next one? I'm at Harada here. I'm trying to get to the diamond. Looks like I'm trying to get to diamond difficulty. How long before I get to that? Okay, well, it looks like I'm pretty ways away. I'm a quarter of the way there, and these are the missions. 9 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts. These are all the same for all of them. Now, always going to give 3 rewards. So every 9 innings pitched. So if you have a complete game, which is 9 innings pitched, you get 3 points that game. If you only pitch 6 innings, you'll have 6, and the next game you'll have it. Once you pitch again, it'll do like that. 16 strikeouts, same for pitching. So this is going to be your batting. Your batting will get you there. This is for your fielding. I have 35 putouts, or I have 35 assists. So normally like on a double play or something like that. Hits, same thing. 7 extra base hits like triples, home runs, and doubles. 7 stolen bases. These are the 5 extra base hits that I already got. So this is how, and these ones give 10 if you look at it. So they'll give you like a nice bump. So this is how you progress. There is no like in Madden or in, I don't know any other games really, like in NBA 2K, where you pay like a credential or a point to increase a certain, I want my arm velocity to go up. No, that's not how baseball works. It's an overall getting better. Now, in the meantime, say if your character is low, then you go down to perks. These right here, you will pull these from packs. So, for example, this one is velocity 4, but if you look, there's a blue ring around it because it's the highest one, or one of the highest ones. This is the diamond one. If you look, these ones are gold. You see the gold around it. These ones are silver. These ones are bronze. So that tells you how it works. So this speed one is different than, say, the speed one on silver. Look at that. So silver, this one gives me a +3, +3, +3, while the speed one on bronze only gives me, I believe it's still +3 actually. So maybe that wasn't a good example, but maybe say look at fielding 3. So this is silver. Maybe there's one I can look at. Here we go. There's a diamond. So this one gives me +5 on speed 3. So it gives me, it's not going to give me like 10 plus or nothing like that, but it will give me something to help my character get a little bit better. So like my velocity, which gives me +7 to velocity. My control gives me +7 to control. So my pitches are going to be where I need them to be more times often than not. So My thing, I rather have control, so I know where my pitch is going to be. Velocity is velocity is velocity. It doesn't matter. It's the control. If you can put your pitches, like, say for Greg Maddux, he didn't throw, I like using him as an example because he's one of my favorite pitchers growing up. Greg Maddux didn't have a high fastball. He threw, like, I believe, in the low 90s. But he could locate his pitches and strike you out that way. That's how my pitcher pitches. I pitch like that. I'm going to make you swing out of the zone at pitches you think are going to get in the zone. So that is how you upgrade some of your things. So I have Power 4, which is giving me better power contact. It gives me better contacting. Then you get to your pitches, and you find the pitches that work with you. Not everyone has the same pitches. These are the ones I work well for. I have 5. Now, this is another one that'll give you some gear, give some points. You have that you'll earn through getting packs, and which is the equipment packs that you can earn during a game by completing challenges. So randomly through games, you'll have challenges pop up like, hey, it says, don't allow a walk here. Don't, if you're pitching, or get a contact hit. So you're going to press circle, which is on PS5 and PlayStation, where I don't remember exactly what that is on, but it's the circle. It's the same spot. It's the one on the Xbox One. But like these, if you look, it's giving me different, like this one gives me +6 fielding, +6 arm, +5 accuracy, +4 K, +3 hit. This one, if you look at my cleats, it gives me +9 speed, which is pretty impressive. +7 steal, 5 reaction, stab stamina, and 3 hit. So these are how, in the meantime, as you get your character better and better, where you'll get that. And then lockers, where you're going to open up perks when you get equipment. And then this is the show shop. So if you look here, I can actually buy some stuff if I really wanted to. Look at the cost. So, I'm not getting a whole lot of luck, but I've earned some, things like this. But it'll tell me what I can get out of it. So this is a 1 diamond equipment that I could get for, if you look at it as diamond equipment. So there's bronze, silver, gold, and I believe diamond for perks. There's the same thing for equipment like gloves, bats, anything you can think of. So the diamond is going to be the highest. So if you look at it, it's 15,000 cost, but I only have 9,600. So if I wanted to buy a bunch of these ones, I could. But I could also end up like home run animations or something that's not going to really honestly help me. So that's how it works. Now, when you get a new ability, if you look here, I have 1. So if I wanted to create a new one, I would create a new one. It would load it up, and all this would change. My perks would disappear right here. Those would all get blank. My pitches will go down to 3 pitches, which is the 3 standard pitches for this style, which would be a 4-seam, a changeup, and I believe a slider. I believe those are the 3 pitches you would end up with. And then you can go back in and change it and pick your pitches and things like that for each slot that you have. Now, so this is how you progress to the game. There is no specific way to advance other than just getting, these things done. Now, like I said before, I didn't want to accidentally hit that, but, let's do a quick game anyway. I'm not pitching in this game, so it should go pretty quickly. So, if you look here, let me try to speed this up.
Jessica Berry digging in for the Rockies.
So, I don't really care how I do in this game, but I kind of do. But
Swinging a
so that was slow, but that gives me a vision. Another thing is you have to really focus on your pitches, what you're facing as a hitter. So that one was going to be low. It was a knuckle curve, but I swung because I don't really care. But that was definitely going to be low.
Surprise either. He led the American League in innings pitched and ERA. Good things usually happen when you put those
right now I'm hitting
together,
with X, which is the normal swing.
And here it comes. That one almost
that was way out. That almost hit me.
Swing and a tapper. The throw to first. That's out number 2.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to...
Okay.
Now in the Bronx. All set
I'm
for
still
the
going to do a
start of the
normal
inning.
swing.
And now Jessica Berry. That one ripped.
I think it's going to go foul.
Can't get to it as
Oh,
it
no.
drops into the corner. The throw into second, but she's in there easily.
Okay. I thought that was going to go foul.
And that knock bumps her hitting streak into double digits.
Now I have a 10-game hitting streak. And I'm hitting at minor level. This is what I was talking about. That I'm at minor level. I'm timing the pitches pretty well now. That I'm probably going to bump it up to, I believe it's rookie. And stay there for a little while.
Runner at second.
And just try to get better at that level.
Swinging.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think.
Look like I have a 74 speed and a 69 steal. Oh, he's trying to pick me off. Also, with that thing, I probably might have been able to steal if I got a good jump.
Runner at second with one away.
But I'm not trying to steal right now.
And that one is lifted in the air. Verdugo gets under it. He makes the grab.
And I'm
Runner
going to get
tagging
thrown out.
for third.
Yeah, I got thrown out.
The tag gets her, and it's a double play.
It's okay. Wanted to get out of that anyway. Alright, so let's see if I can go a normal hit again. That was high, because I just watched it. I watched to see if it was going to drop. Also, if you look, I have 7 complete games as a pitcher, which means I've pitched 9 innings in 7 of my games that I've pitched. That was still going to be high. I thought it was going to drop, but that's just me not timing it right. Now, I was literally down the plate. It's outside. If you look at those golden rings on there on my character, that's my vision. That's the most important thing you really want to upgrade is your vision. Because that way I can foul off pitches like that. Because I thought it was going to be in the strike zone, I wanted to foul it off. And there we go. That was another thing about vision, is it's going to give you better contact on the ball as you get higher and higher levels. Even at lower levels, when your character isn't really that great, the higher your vision are, the better chance you're going to get impact on the ball.
Digging in for the Rockies.
Now, MLB The Show has a weird rating system of how it works. So if you look like, oh, I only have a 37 on my vision, but in game it says I have a 79. What the hell's up with that? Well, when you're upgrading your character like that, it only goes up to 50. But a 50 means 100 in the game.
And next is the designated
Right, this
hitter,
probably should be my last time batting, which is fine. Garrett Cole is still pitching.
On the ground,
And that was good contact. However, I'm going to get thrown out, which is fine. I don't really care. My team is not doing that well.
Good win by 6 runs.
And I still got, I think,
Nice
one
when
hit
you
at
win by a
me.
touchdown or a couple of field goals.
No, I actually went 2
Keep
for
that
4.
momentum going.
All right, now right here.
Score at will, bring it into the next one and get
Instead of playing the next game, I'm going to return to Clubhouse, confirm exit. It's going to tell me how I did in this game, yada, yada, yada. Now, in this game, I didn't have any challenges, so I'm not going to earn any equipment. This is telling you how a season path works. But right here where it says rewards in progress, you're going to hit R1. And it's going to show this right here. This just says reward path progress. Those are all the different abilities you're going to get on your reward path. And if it looks at the program, it says program Diamond Painting Slugger. That's the one I'm trying to get off. Right now I'm on like Harada Gold Painting Slugger or whatever. This is the one I'm trying to progress to next. And it looks like it says 26% completion because remember, I'm a little over 25% of the way to that 200 points that I need. So look, 30 plate appearances. I have 4 out of 30 because mine's just reset. I have 7 out of 15 hits and I have 1 out of 7 extra base hits. So this is how you progress to the game. This is how you can check it in between games. Normally most people are going to play a full series, like 3 or 4 games. This is how you can check that. So you can go, this will tell you what rewards, if I got any equipment, or if I got anything like that. Normally this is going to tell you what equipment you got. This is going to tell you how you're progressing to your next program. This is going to show you your progress if you continue on progress for, okay, it looks like everything kind of went up. I have a 10-game hitting streak. This matches, but you see how it says like 40 out of whatever? It's actually 40 out of 50. I believe 40, either 40 out of 50 or 40 out of 60, I believe. Same thing here. So like it says, oh, I only have a 37 plate vision, but in the game, it actually shows that I have 79 vision. out of 100. So that's how it works. That's how the rating works. So let me do a quick recap. Settings, gameplay, difficulty. Simulation is if you want authentic, casual if you're just trying to have fun. Competitive is where you get the most rewarding points. This will tell you how to go. Legend is the highest, beginner is the lowest. Dynamic kind of it's an interesting one. It will kind of teach you, okay, you're playing at a rookie level, or you're playing at a minor level, and it'll scale the difficulty. So in my case, I'm gonna stick at minors until I continue. Right now, my pitching's at beginner because that's just where I want it to be. So, and another thing is if umpire accuracy, if your umpire is just annoying the shit out of you, or if you just really want to have perfect balls and strikes, this will help with that. Now, another thing with pitching, depending on how you have it set up, you're going to either have a gauge where you have to tap it to get the highest thing, and then you time it to kind of like, think of this, okay, if anyone's played Madden where you have the field goal kicker, it's the same kind of gauge. You hit it, it'll gauge all the way up, how much power you're going to have, and then it'll quickly come back down, and you time it to see if it's a perfect kick, if it's an accurate kick. It's the same thing, same premise with baseball for pitching. Now, I've seen some that don't have that, so that, I think someone has their settings set up where they're just relying strictly on how well, say, their control is. So, like, my control is at 80, so it wouldn't be too bad for me, but for someone who has a lower control, it may not be that great, or if their walks are lower, it's going to favor more to the outside of the plate. So using the gauge, kind of like a field goal kicker, that's the best way actually I can describe it. So if you've played Madden and you've kicked field goals in a game, you have the power gauge will go up and come back down. Now if the higher the difficulty, that gauge is going to be quicker. So same thing with Madden. If you're playing beginner, it's going to look really slow. You click for the highest power and it'll come back down. You time it and get a perfect accuracy kick and boom, there you go. Same thing with pitching. You hit it, it's going to come up, hit the power, it's going to come back down. It usually comes actually quicker back down, so be wary. You could have early, you could have good, and you could have late. And depending on where you have early, if you hit it for early, most likely it's going to be higher up in the zone. If you hit late, it's going to be lower in the zone. That's at least what I've noticed. It's probably not always accurate, but that's at least what I've noticed when I've hit it. If I had early or if I hit it late. And the better your control is the better how far it's going to go up, or how far it's going to go down, and how far, if it has a break on it, like a curveball, or anything that has something like this, like a cutter. Cutter has movement, screwball has movement. Forcing pass ball doesn't really have a lot of movement, but it does a little bit, but it doesn't really say it does. Okay, so, and then here is your play styles. And this is how you progress. You see your tasks and rewards. This is what I'm working up to is Diamond Painting Slugger. This will tell you how your missions are going, how many rewards you're going. And then any of the situations during the game that say, hey, if you do this, you get clutch plus 3 reward points. You want those 3 reward points because that'll help you progress with your character faster. But I hope this tutorial helps some people out. I hope people don't get frustrated with baseball game because it honestly is difficult. It does take into account of you need to have good eye vision. That's you personally trying to time a pitch. You're not always going to get it. You could see on mine, I swung at some crap out of the zone because I'm not perfect. No one is. Not even the real ball players that are doing this for real. But I hope this tutorial helps people. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you give MLB The Show a chance. You guys have a wonderful evening or morning wherever you are. And if you like what I'm doing, I'm going to quote my favorite streamer, Spartan Elite. Punch the like button, and thank you.